Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. As you see, today I have here an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and the problem on it, as you see, is the Apple logo. So today I will show you how to fix this Apple logo issue. Alright, so there is like 3 fixes for it. Okay, the first fix for this problem is to force restart the phone. How to force restart the phone? You just need to push the power button, the volume up button, the volume down button, then the power button, and hold the power button for 20 seconds until the phone turns off and reboots and shows you the Apple logo. And once it shows you the Apple logo, you release. Alright, so let's do it. This is the first solution. Volume up, volume down, then the power button and hold. Keep holding for 20 seconds. Most of the problems like this can be solved by force restarting the phone. But if it's not solved, we're gonna move to the next solution. So I'm still holding and I'm counting as well. Alright, now once I see the Apple logo, I will release. I think it's almost 20 seconds now. Yes, it is. So I'm just gonna keep holding until I see the Apple logo, then I will release. I know that this solution is not gonna fix the problem because I already tried it, but I'm just showing you the first step before you go ahead and open the phone. Alright, so as you see, it doesn't show me the Apple logo, so I can release. Then I will push the power button. Okay, so it shows me the Apple logo now. Let me see. If it's still doing the same thing, you can try one more time. Maybe sometimes when you miss the buttons, when you don't do it quickly, in a sequence like this, volume up, volume down, then the power button and hold, it may not work for you. So you can try it like 2 or 3 times. Then if it doesn't work, you can go to the next option. Alright, so in my case, I'm just gonna keep holding for another 20 seconds just to make sure. Still waiting. 15 seconds. Alright, as you see, nothing. Alright, so I will release now. You can hold it for more than 20 seconds because sometimes. Alright, so as you see, it's still showing me the Apple logo here. So now we're gonna move to the second option. The second option is opening the phone and disconnecting the battery and reconnecting it. This may solve the problem too. Alright, so to open the phone, we need some tools. We will need a pentalobe screwdriver. This is a small star. Then we will need an XsMax, and we will need a Phillips screwdriver, a tri-point screwdriver. This one has the head is like a Mercedes logo, and it's very small. This is the size of the screwdriver. Let me see if you can see it. It's right here. No, it's not clear. Alright, you see it? 0.7 by 25 mm. Alright, so those are the tools that we will need. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use the pentalobe screwdriver and we will open the 2 screws here in the bottom. Okay, this is the first screw. This is the second screw. When you are opening these screws, make sure don't strip them. Just put the screwdriver on the screws and like turn it like this. And if you feel like it's not turning, just make sure you put some pressure on it and make sure you turn the screw in the first time or the second time, because if you keep just like spinning like this, you may strip the screw, then it will be hard for you to open it. Alright, then we're gonna use the XsMax and we will put this XsMax here between the frame and the LCD. By the way, you do this at your own risk. Some people, they may break the screen during this repair if they don't do it right or if they don't use the right tool. So I'm gonna answer this one here once I see the tip inside, I will just flip it up like this, and once I flip it up, I will insert it a little bit, then I will, okay, I miss it, so I will try one more time like this. Then I will just lift it up a little bit. Make sure don't pry inside like this, because this, if it touches the LCD inside, you may damage the screen, then you will have to buy another one. So I'm doing it carefully, and I just make a small gap here. Then I will put my index finger here, nail, to hold it, as you see. Then I will use this one, and I will slide it on the edge, just on the edge, don't go deep. And while you're sliding, you can just pull gently. All right, so this side is open. I will keep holding it open like this. Then I will go to the other side, so it's still open here. Then from here, I will just open this, and I see that the screen is getting separated from the plastic bezel. So I'm just gonna go underneath the plastic bezel, and they will open it. Make sure don't go deep inside, you may cut one of the cables here. All right, so once the screen is open from this side and from this side, we're gonna just hold it like this, and we will pull it this way like a curve, until we see the gap here. Okay, you see it? Then I will open the screen like I'm opening a book, like this. All right, here I have mini screws. Actually, I'm supposed to have a small bracket here. This one, I removed it earlier, because I'm just doing this video to show you how to fix this problem. So this has 2 screws here. I already removed the 2 screws. Then put it here. Then here we have the battery connection. We're gonna just disconnect the battery. I just use my nail to disconnect the battery, right? Then I will reconnect it, and I will turn the phone on without putting the screen all the way back. So let me turn on the phone. All right, so now I will wait some time until I see if it works, it works. If not, we will move to the next step. Okay, it's still showing the Apple logo. It's supposed to go to the home screen, but not. All right, so we still have the same problem. So in this case, we're gonna go to the next option, is disconnecting the battery. And then I will open the screws on this bracket here, and they will disconnect the LCD screen, the LCD cables, and including the proximity sensor and the earpiece cable is this one. Okay, so we're gonna use the tri-point screwdriver, and we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Make sure you are using the tri-point screwdriver, because if you use the Phillips screwdriver, you may strip. I mean, definitely you're gonna strip the screws, and it will be very hard for you to open this phone. I already opened 3 screws. This is the 4th one. And by the way, all the screws are the same size, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Just sometimes you may draw a pattern with these screws, just to be safe, you know, in case a screw is different than the other one. You can put them back normal. Also, these screws here, I removed this before, and that's it. So now I will remove this bracket from here. I will put it here next to its screws. Then I will disconnect just the earpiece cable. It's right here. So this cable is connected right here. So this is the one. All right, so I will use my nail only. Don't use the metallic tools. All right, so the cable is disconnected. By the way, make sure the battery is already disconnected. Don't work on the phone while the battery is connected. So I disconnect this one. So now what I'm gonna do, I will just put this, I will connect the cable, and I will turn on the phone because mostly this problem is happening because of this piece here. Okay, it may be a software, and the software problem can be solved by pushing the volume up, volume down, then the power button, which means force restart the phone. And the second option, I mean the second option is disconnecting the battery, and the third one is this cable here. And mostly this cable is the one who is causing this problem on the iPhone 10, iPhone 10R, iPhone XsMax, iPhone 11, 11 Max. Not sure about the 12, but this cable is causing this problem. So now I will turn on the phone without connecting this cable here. I'm sorry, I'm talking, I'm giving a lot of details because some people they don't know. So this just to clarify everything to everyone. All right, so now I will connect I will turn on the phone without connecting this cable, but I connect the battery. So let me turn on. If the screen turns on normal, that means the problem is coming from this cable here. So I'm waiting. As you see, it doesn't blink. So that means the screen will work. When it takes a long time like this, that means the problem is coming from that little piece. Boom. So the phone is working. So now I will give you some instruction. As you see, when I click here, you see here, enable to activate Face ID on this iPhone. So that means when you replace, if you already activate the Face ID, so that means if you turn on your phone, if you unlock your phone by just using your face, that means this option is not going to be working anymore, because the informations are in this cable here. They are recognized by this cable and this cable here. Okay, so let me replace this cable and we will come back. So before I start replacing this, I will mention something. If you disconnect this cable and your phone is still doing the same thing, you need to replace the screen completely. To replace the screen, you need to disconnect the screen cables. This is 1 and this is 2. Okay, that's how we disconnect the screen. Then we're gonna get another screen. I'm talking now about the fourth option. You need to get a screen, and then you transfer this piece to the new screen. All right, so now you will see how to transfer this piece to the new screen, and at the same time it will be the same method to just replace this little piece from here. Okay, so by the way, I already have this little piece, and also I already have a screen, but since I discovered that the problem is coming from this little piece, I'm not going to replace the screen, I'm just going to replace this. Okay, all right, so let me get the piece and I'll come back to you. All right, so this is the little piece that I'm talking about. It has the it has the earpiece, it has the proximity sensor, and what else? And that's it. All right, so now I will open this cable here. All right, so this is the piece. So now what I'm going to do, I will remove this one from here. So to remove it, we're going to use the tri-point screwdriver. We will remove this screw from here. It's very, very tiny screw. Let me zoom on it so you can see it. It's right here. So this is the screw. Then I have 2 more screws, one here and one here. They are Phillips, so I'm gonna use the Phillips screwdriver. Keep these screws organized, and make sure you put the screws back to their normal spots. All right, so now once I have the screws open, I will just pull this one and I will open it this way. Okay, then I forgot to mention that we will need tweezers. Then I will come here underneath this and I will pull this out gently. Make sure don't cut this cable, just pull it from the bottom. Okay, and make sure don't damage this one. Just gently lift it up until you release it. You may use a heat gun to heat up here in case you have it, to soften the glue underneath. Then you can pull it out easily. All right, so as you see here, we have here two proximity sensors. We have this and we have this. Okay, one is in this gap here and one is, oh, I'm sorry, let me zoom back, and one is right here. So one square here and one square right here. Alright guys, so once I pull these proximity sensors from here, we have this golden thing here. This is the microphone. So I'm just gonna grab this from here and I will pull it gently. As you see, I pull the plastic which is holding on it. Alright, so I remove it. I will put this back. This is supposed not to be coming off from here, but in case you need it happens, you put it back. So now this is the proximity sensor and the earpiece and everything. We're gonna put it aside and we will put this one instead. Here, when you buy the new this new little piece here, you need to fold it. We're gonna fold it from here. No, let me see. Yeah, we will fold it up this way. Okay, as you see, it's folded now. So now I will put this long thing inside here, inside this gap first, then the second proximity sensor, then make sure that the microphone is aligned here on the top. Then once you sure that everything is aligned, you put this back, you flip it back, and you just need to have some patience until you do it right. Make sure the squares here are all the way inside the square gaps. That's it. So now make sure that the screws holes are matching with the screws on the screen. All right, so I will use the Phillips screwdriver to close this. This is one and this is two. Then I'm gonna use the tri-point screwdriver and I will put the little tiny screw right here. And that's it. So now we have it ready. So now let's connect. The first thing is the proximity sensor. I will connect the cable here. Make sure the cable is matching with its connection. Then I will connect these two cables here. So one cable, it will be here next to the proximity sensor cable. And just align it and make sure it's matching with its connection before I put any pressure on it. Then I will put this one here. All right, so now I supposed to disconnect the battery from here before I do that, but I forgot. So let me disconnect the battery, then reconnect it. In case you try to turn on the phone and it won't turn on, just disconnect the battery and reconnect it one more time. All right, so now everything is connected here. I will turn on the phone and make sure it's working. So let's wait a little bit. Boom, so it's working. Okay, as you see, and it's still telling me here enable to activate the Face ID on this iPhone. Why? Because the Face ID is working by using this little piece, and the information of this one is some of the information is registered here and some of them is registered on the processor. So that's why the processor doesn't recognize it, because a piece of information is missing. All right, so now since the phone is working, I will just put this bracket back. And I will use the tri-point screwdriver to put all the screws back. So that's how to fix this problem. We talk about 4 solutions. So the first one is force restart the phone. Okay, the second solution is disconnect the battery cable. Okay, disconnect the battery cable is this one. Then the third solution is disconnecting the proximity sensor, which is the one that we just replaced, because we disconnected and we turned the phone without it and it works. That means we need to replace it, and that will happen when I replace it, it works. Then the fourth solution is to replace the screen, because sometimes like 20% of this problem is coming from the screen. All right, and the fifth solution is updating the software on your phone. And actually I go to the update in case all the 4 solutions doesn't work. But if before I do the update, because updating the phone you may lose all the information that you have, and so instead of going through that, we just need to try the first solutions, the first 4 solutions, then we can update the phone. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna put the screen from the top. I will put it here, then I will hold it, make sure there is no gap here on this on the top here, then snap the screen down like this. All right, so now I will put the 2 screws in the bottom here, and I need to go to the Face ID and try to delete that option, because I'm not going to be able to use it anymore. Or maybe I can reset it again one more time. But since I don't have the password here, we're just going to finish this video here. Alright guys, if you learned something from this video, please hit the thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video, and have a wonderful time. Peace.